Guys and dolls, got a couple of controversial videos coming out over the next day or so, and I just want to put this out here before I do it. Can't do all this like on my own sort of thing. I really do need other guys and girls like me, feeling the same way as me, to just come out and do what I'm doing and express your feelings. You'd be surprised how much support and love you'll get. And you don't need to be a tick or anything like that, you know. You just need to be able to be honest and truthful and passionate about what you're talking about. See, the problem is the left wing. I don't know how to say this, but this is my opinion. Remember, it's entertainment value, reasons, and all the rest of it. This is what it's for, right? But this is my opinion. The extreme far left, these hope not haters, and all these other ones, and racism or whatever they're called, or unite and all that stuff. They've been doing this for a long time, and I would almost compare them, because I won't even go with what I know. Remember, this is just my opinion. That I can almost compare them like the IRA, and like, let's look at the IRA and take the militant side out of it, the bombing and the shootings. Let's take that away from it all, and let's look at the rest. Now, the IRA were second to none when it came to strategies, intelligence, propaganda. Second to none. They were passionate, and like they had a goal, and they felt justified, so they gave up their lives. They gave up their lives for it. And these guys, these far left, they're pretty much just like that, passionate and all that, and they believe in what they're saying and doing. And they go off they run solely off the fact that they say there's racists and far right. Now, remember, if there was no racists and far right, like we do know in this world today, yeah, you get hateful people. I keep saying that. There's hateful people out there. They say hateful things, but they normally say it about everybody in life. They don't just pick one particular person, you know what I mean? We all know there's no such thing as racism. You can't hate somebody because of the colour of skin. That's ridiculous, you know what I mean? But they're called charities, and they thrive on that. They thrive throwing that narrative. Racism. If there was no racism and no far right, they would have nothing for them to do. So that's their sole purpose. So they really like to stop people like me, and other people exactly like me on the right side of politics. But not that whether we're right or wrong, but our politics are right. You get left, centre, and right. And we're right, and they don't want it. They don't want us. They don't want me telling you all this. This is no good. So they'll infiltrate, and they're really good at what they do. You know what I mean? They'll go out to destroy people's lives. Now, as you know, I'm 55, and I haven't got to where I am without making a few enemies. And as you know, being brought up in Kerr and all the violence I had meted out to me, I struggle with some things like complex PTSD and social skills and that, personality disorder. But mental health is very serious for everybody, and everybody goes through it for all different reasons, and everybody can suffer exactly the same symptoms, but have different reasons why they are the other day. Some people, it can be more serious, and some people it mightn't be as serious, But PTSD and all that, it's like everybody suffers. It's more or less the same hardcore symptoms that people struggle with in life, and this is the kind of people that they'll be going after, believe it or not, But like I say, I'm thick-skinned, and it's not for everybody, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. Now, it's clear that we don't get any help. They can say what they want about us and do what they want, and we don't get any help. We don't get any help from authorities or anybody else, you know what I mean? Because they want us shut down. And we've seen that. We've seen that with Tommy Robinson. And we've seen how far they went with Tommy Robinson. And I'm not talking about the government. Like, the government are bad enough, but I'm talking about these charity organisations like Hope Not Hate. How far they've went, how much effort and time they've put in to shut Tommy Robinson down. Now, this is the ace that's up the sleeve for Tommy and everybody else. Now the truth is getting out, sort of blowing their agenda right out the water. Everybody's looking at them now and going, "Why were you doing that to Tommy? Why are you behaving like that to Tommy?" When there's no evidence, everybody can see that what happened to him. He was brought up in Luton, etc. He's seen a lot of stuff going on, and it made him become an activist. And we've seen that from the very start, he's had black friends and Muslim friends and all sorts of walks of life. So everybody now knows that. But what I'm trying to say to you is Tommy is a lot bigger than any of us. And if he gets that kind of treatment and can't do nothing about it, what chance have we got? So what do we do about it? What can I say to make you think, well, fuck them, I'm going to do it anyway? Well, this is the whole point. We don't need to go viral. Because I know anybody like me would never do this to go viral or for money or likes and all that stuff. It's not the last thing I want. But I want other people all I'm doing is voicing my opinion because I'm sitting frustrated that I'm knowing the truth and the papers and the news and are talking bullshit, and I feel I need to tell people and get that out just like everybody else knows. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm a messenger or anything. Everybody already knows what I'm saying, but it's good to hear somebody saying it so you know you're not going mad. But back to the point, right? Now, if more of us were doing it, you wouldn't need to go viral. If we all start doing it, we'll all get different followers from all different parts of the world and different parts of Britain. And if you're passionate and be truthful and honest, all you're doing is getting the truth out, so you're not doing anything wrong. But the point is, if you add them all up, say there's 20 people from this video start doing what I'm doing, and you all get 2,000 followers each, you know, you're starting to go viral between us all. We don't need to go viral. We don't all need to be like it makes their life harder because they always concentrate. They put all their effort into one person, you know. And if they've got 5, 6, 10, 15, 100 people doing this, you understand what I'm saying? That's where we're at. That's how serious this is. We have to think like that because they go really far. They involve families. They'll involve friends. I'll try and dig all sorts of stuff up, I'm an open book. I'm an open book, you know. I've got my enemies, but that's life. You know what I mean? A lot of people like being nasty to people and bad to people, and then when you reply to it, then most people don't see the original bad stuff that they've done, and they just see your reply, and sometimes it might look bad, but I don't apologize for nothing, or nothing at all. I'll never apologize. What I've done in my life is justified in some way, and I sleep very well at night, and so I'm thick-skinned. I live on my own, and I've no fear. You know what I mean? I've got no fear. Whatever it is, it is. You know what I mean? Come from Belfast. If Belfast boys, 36, 136 Ulster Division, we're one of the first over in the Battle of Somme. We all know that. You know what I mean? So we all know what Ulster men are made of. But I just want to say to you is don't be scared to do it. You see what happens to Tommy and the hate he gets and how they try to bring him down and how you might be silenced and you won't be able to reply. But, all you got to do is be open and honest with people. Just do what I'm doing. Explain, especially use ex-army boys sitting there with, because, I'm ashamed to say that I've got that illness because I know there's guys out there that have suffered a lot worse than me at war and seen a lot worse than me. You know what I mean? I've seen my fair amount of bombs going off as a really young boy and all the rest of it, and seen some bad things before I was the age of 10, and then it just escalated from there. But that's nothing compared to what some of these men have done, going over fighting for their country, seeing horrific things, doing horrific things, coming back and being treated the way they're being treated. I can't imagine how angry you are. So maybe I'm addressing it to everybody, but I know there is a community out there that's totally voiceless, and just start doing something, guys. You know what I mean? Be passionate. Tell people what you think of the government, where you think the government are going wrong. How do you think they could fix it? Anyway, like my videos, so you can see my next videos. Like I say, I'll stop doing this as soon as we get Labour out. As soon as we get politicians in there that represent us, the working class people of this country, the people who are paying the taxes, the people who are paying these people's wages, we don't get a say in nothing. We're going to absolutely nothing. You know, all these billions and billions getting fired here, there, and everywhere. We don't have a say. It's time we had a say. It's time we start having referendums and things like that and big decisions. You know, when the country was the parliament was built on them, on that referendums. The people deciding. You know, I'm not that clued up. I'm not 100% sure on that last factor. You know what I mean? But I'm quite sure the democratic country that we lived in, it was all about voting and people agreeing on the same thing. That's how we get us in the power. The only reason Labour wins is because 18 million people never voted. Another squad of people voted Labour just because they were fed up with Tories and didn't really know what Labour were about. They thought, I don't know what you thought, but we know exactly what they're about now. So, follow me and send me a message if you want. If I can't reply to everybody, obviously, but if you're thinking about getting into it and you want to have a couple of people have spoke to me about it, and I have got them in it, and it's brilliant, super. You know what I mean? So, don't be shy, give it a try. See you later, guys.